Good day, dear classmates! Today we're going to have Module 4, Models and Framework of Advocacy. I am Iris and I work with Sir Benny, Sir Rom, Sir Bryan, Sir Geff, and Sir Maki for this module. At the end of this module, we should be able to discuss different models and frameworks for advocacy, identify factors or components common among these different models or frameworks, and adopt a relevant model for our advocacy work. Mr. Maki and I are assigned to discuss about the COMBI model, and I am going to discuss about the processes involved in implementing this model. COMBI, or Communication Behavioral Impact, emphasizes on short focus, specific behavioral outcomes. This model does not just inform and educate the public, but go beyond increasing awareness and knowledge. The first step is to identify the general goal of the advocacy project. The general goal is a broad statement of what we are trying to do. It is the desired result of any advocacy activity. We can have a general goal of facilitating change and development of new areas of policy. For an instance, in a city wherein there is a certain barangay that is far from the town proper, the general goal of an advocacy activity is to facilitate change and development in that certain barangay. For example, let's say a newly enacted ordinance of the city. The second step is to identify the behavioral objectives or the expected behavioral results of the advocacy activity. The third step is to conduct a situational market analysis vis-a-vis precise behavioral result. The following are the information that needs to be considered or gathered during this step. First is the current situation. These are the knowledge levels, attitudes, current behaviors, and behavioral trends. The next one is the market segmentation. These are the target groups, priority market segments. For an instance, what are your target age group? Or maybe you can consider the gender or the educational attainment, and so on and so forth. The third one is the force field analysis. Those forces in the field which serve as constraints and or supporting factors. The fourth one is the SWOT analysis. This is the analysis of the strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats in relation to the achievement of the behavioral goals. The last one is the communication situation or the issues. What media or channels are most popular and most influential? What traditional media are used? Who would be credible sources of information? What media would provide useful triggers and prompts to action? How does information and influence flow in communities and families? Are there local marketing, advertising, public relations agencies, and many more? After doing the third step or the market analysis, we can go back to step number 2 and refine the list of behavioral objectives. The fourth step would be to present an overall strategy for achieving stated behavioral results. Describe the general communication approach and the actions which need to be taken to achieve the behavioral results. Restate behavioral objectives set out of the communication objectives which will need to be achieved in order to achieve the behavioral results. And broadly present proposed communication actions for achieving both communication and behavioral results. The fifth step is to present the COMBI plan of action. Specify integrated communication actions to be undertaken with specific communication details in relation to advocacy. The sixth step is management. Describe the structure for managing the implementation of the COMBI plan. Step number 7 is monitoring. Describe how implementation progress will be monitored. Step number 8 is impact assessment. Describe how behavioral impact will be assessed. The ninth step is scheduling. Provide a calendar, timeline, or implementation plan. And the last step is to present the budget. In addition, always remember the 3 important principles of COMBI. Connect, listen, and be mindful of the competitors. Connect to the individual's needs, wants, or desires and not focus just on the technical merits of recommended behaviors. Listen. Listen to individuals, families, and communities, and know who are your competitors. So, after all the models are discussed, can you think of one advocacy activity that you have been involved with? What do you think is the most appropriate model of advocacy to be used in the said activity? Thank you so much for listening. Keep safe.